What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Big thank you for choosing another one of my videos right here on YouTube. So recently I have got into some tactic testing videos where I've gone out on the internet, looked for the very best, well, maybe some of the weird and wonderful too, of the tactics that are available for FM23, and I've started putting them through their paces in the game. Today I've got another full power tactic testing video, and that means we're going to be using Manchester City, PSG and Real Madrid to show you just how powerful some of these tactics can be. So if you've not been here before, the rundown for the video goes as follows. We're about to show you the tactic, the in possession, out of possession, the in transition. We are also then going to go through each of the team's results and show you how we get on in this sim. So let's cut across to the tactics screen at Manchester City, and you can see this is a tactic called Mizuki. It's a popular shape in FM23, it seems. It's a 4-2-4 or a 4-4-2 if you want to be counting those two attacking players as kind of a midfield option, but mainly a 4-2-4, and as I said, it's become a popular shape in the game. So let's break these positions down then. Starting at the back, you're going to have a sweeper keeper who looks like this. On the left, you're going to have a complete wing back who looks like this. You have two ball playing defenders. The left hand side looks like this. The right hand side like this. On the right, you have another complete wing back who is set to attack. Two defensive midfielders. First one on the left, second one on the right. You have an inside forward on the left and an inside forward on the right, and then two advanced forwards at the top of the pitch. So as I said, the formation is called Mizuki. It has a tactical style of, I'm not too sure, somebody would need to translate that for me if they can. Its mentality is positive. In terms of its in possession, it looks like this. Its in transition will look like this. And its out of possession will look like this. So pretty simple tactic on the whole, a 4-2-4 come 4-4-2. Not too many instructions for the players to get confused about. Let's jump into the results and see how Manchester City have got on first. So you can see that they have won the Premier League, they have won the Champions League, they have won the FA Cup, and they have won the Carabao Cup. They also started the season by winning the Community Shield. So a clean sweep of trophies for Manchester City. This is the tactic for them. We start off, they beat Liverpool in the Community Shield 3-1 in the first game of the season. In the Carabao Cup, they finished as winner and they beat Tottenham in the final 1-0. If we go back through some of the rounds, they're not in the second round because they're in Europe. In the third round, don't know why that's happened, they beat Leeds 5-0. In the fourth round, they beat Wolves 3-2. In the quarterfinals, they beat Huddersfield 7-1. In the semi-finals, they beat Watford 9-0 on aggregate. And then in the final, they won 1-0 against Tottenham. They had Haaland score 7 goals, Alvarez getting 6, Alvarez getting an 8.13 average rating, De Bruyne with 5 assists in that competition. In terms of the FA Cup, coming in at the third round stage, they beat Bolton 7-1. In the fourth round, they beat Burnley 4-2. In the fifth round, they beat Leeds 3-1. In the quarterfinals, they went through on penalties against Norwich, only drawing 1-1. In the semi-finals, they beat Chelsea 4-0. And finally, in the final, they beat Brentford 2-0. Alvarez again getting 6 goals, Haaland getting 6, Foden with an 8.13 average rating. He also had 5 assists. You had Alvarez with 3 Man of the Match awards, Gomez getting 4 yellow cards. Across then to the Champions League, we can see they beat Liverpool 3-2 in the final, but let's show you the group stage first. So they were in a group with Barcelona, Shakhtar Donetsk and Zrinjski. You can see that they actually finished second in the group on 13 points, which is quite ridiculous. They played 6, won 4, drew 1, lost 1 to Barcelona. Had a 15 goal difference and 13 points. Barcelona going through on 16, not losing a game. In the round of 16, they played against Bayern Munich. They won that 5-2 on aggregate. In the quarterfinals, They beat Porto 9-5 on aggregate. In the semi-finals, they beat PSG 5-4, so both teams using the same tactic there. In the final, they beat Liverpool 3-2 to win the competition. In terms of the Premier League then, let's break that down as well. In terms of the stages there, you can see they played 38, they won 29, drew 4, lost 5, scored 113 goals, conceded 34, had a goal difference of 79, and got 91 points, winning the league title from Liverpool by 3 points and finishing miles clear of everybody else in the league, 17 back to Manchester United and even further back to everybody else. If you look at the profile screen then, you can see Erling Haaland got himself 44 goals, had an 8.14 average rating, De Bruyne with 13 assists, Haaland getting 18 Player of the Match awards, Ederson getting 16 clean sheets, Cancelo getting 16 yellow cards, and Cancelo had 5.53 dribbles per 90 minutes. So Manchester City sweeping everything there is to win. Absolutely fantastic tactic for Manchester City. If we look at PSG, now we know obviously they can't win the Champions League, but they did win their own league with 107 points, only losing one game. They won the Coupe de France and they won the Trophée des Champions. Starting off with that, they beat Nantes 2-1 there. In the Coupe de France, they beat Nice 4-0 in the final of that. They were knocked out in the semi-final of the Champions League by Manchester City. We already knew that. In terms of the league, let's have a little look at that run. So they played 38 games. They won 35. They drew 2. The only game that they lost was to Marseille. Scored 135 goals, only conceded 15 goals in the league, had a goal difference of 120 and scored 107 points, nearly winning the league by 30 points from Monaco. 28 was the actual difference. Absolutely ridiculous. 135 goals, one game lost. They have absolutely obliterated the league, which you would expect them to do. Mbappe got 34 goals, Neymar 29, Messi with 26. Average rating went to all 4 PSG players. Nuno Mendes, the shout there, with 7.43. Messi got 19 assists, Sarabia 14, Mendes with 12. Neymar got 9 Player of the Match awards, Mbappe and Messi getting 7 each. Donnarumma got 22 clean sheets. And that is all of the stats there. So we have had 2 teams that have had domestic clean sweeps. Manchester City obviously winning the Champions League meant that PSG can't. But that is still 8 trophies between 2 teams so far. Let's move on to Real Madrid and see exactly what happens there. And once again, they have won the La Liga Santander. They finished runner-up in the Super Cup, runner-up in the Copa del Rey, and knocked out in the Supercopa de España by Barcelona. They lost to Barcelona 1-0 in the Copa del Rey final. In the Super Cup, they lost to Frankfurt 2-1. In the Champions League, we were knocked out in the quarterfinals by Paris Saint-Germain. And then in La Liga Santander, if we look at the stages, you can see 38 games played, 31 games won, 3 draws, 4 losses, 115 goals scored, 36 conceded, 79 goal difference and 96 points, winning the league by 7 points from Barcelona. So another team that has gone and won their league. You've got Benzema scoring 23 goals, Vinny Jr. with 18, Vinny Jr. with a 7.43 average rating, Benzema with a 7.37, Vinny Jr. on 11 assists, Valverde on 10, Benzema with 5 Player of the Match awards, and Vinny Jr. on 5. Courtois got 16 clean sheets, Alaba 10 yellow cards, and nobody else in the bottom 3 there. So absolutely fantastic. What a tactic this looks like, this Mizuki tactic. You can see it's that popular shape, the 4-2-4 and 4-4-2, and it has absolutely just obliterated all of the leagues. Manchester City was impressive. PSG winning in Liga 1 Uber Eats. I know they say it's a farmers league, but with this tactic they really have made it a farmers league, smashing everything in sight. This is a powerful tactic, especially if you put it in the hands of one of these big 3. Right then, if you're still here at this point of the video, firstly, a big thank you. Secondly, if you don't mind hitting that like and subscribe button to help the channel, I would be very, very thankful. so thankful for the support that you've seen on the channel across the past couple of weeks, the growth that I've had. I really do appreciate every single person who takes the time to stop by and interact with the channel. Before you go, don't forget to check other things on the channel. We have Let's Plays, Wonder Kids, tips, tutorials. There's lots of other stuff, something for everybody on the channel. But for this one, I'm going to wrap it there. I will see you on another video soon.